please, please, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Help us push those numbers up a little bit. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate that.
Good job.
What's your earliest video game memory?
My earliest video game memory?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have a couple, and I don't know which one came first.
Yeah, I think for me, my earliest video game memory.
Yeah, memory as in membrane.
Memory is probably playing on my dad's Super Nintendo.
Okay. I have a lot of Super Nintendo memories. It was my first console that was my own. I had the regular Nintendo, the NES, but I don't remember it being mine. I don't remember. The NES came out in 1985, and by the time the Super Nintendo came out, it was 1991. And at 1991, at that point I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you were just born.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had to have been 5. At that point, I'm getting like that cognitive like memory, But before that, I don't really know. But my earliest memories, I remember distinctly, my uncle was living with us for a couple of months, and he had an old Atari, I think.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
And there was a game on there where there were these frogs on a lily pad, and you had to jump back and forth on the lily pads to catch as many flies, more flies than your opponent.
Nice.
I don't remember how old I was. I feel like that's one of my earliest memories. But I also feel like that one's clouded because of how old the console was.
Sure. And like for me, I also remember going because like my family loved to go bowling every weekend.
Sure.
And for me, I was so small that like, I only got so much fun out of, using the rail where you just push the ball off the rail and it was bumper bowl.
I know.
And
you still demand the bumpers.
I was always running around. In hindsight, it was probably not safe to have a 5-year-old running around by herself in this entire bowling alley late at night. But I had the run, and like my family would literally just give me like stacks of quarters to go play the arcades. So my actual probably earliest memory before even getting to play my dad's NES, because he wouldn't let me play it until he felt I was competent enough to not break it.
Smart man.
I was playing on the big arcades, and so I was playing like Mortal Kombat. I was playing probably now in hindsight, that's not a age appropriate game for a 5-year-old.
A lot of things are bad in hindsight.
Yeah,
but you had fun, and that's all that matters.
I did. I played that. I played the Rampage.
Yeah,
Rampage.
Great game.
Oh yeah, I loved Rampage. I loved Mortal Kombat. I loved Killer Instinct was in there too. I remember Killer Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that arcade. So yeah, it was more just getting to play the arcades because it was so late at night. There weren't any other kids really playing on the arcades. So I basically got to.
You closed that bitch down at 5 years old.
I did. I did, because my family didn't give a shit what I was doing